host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona first down.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way. That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 2nd and goal, Murray, his pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. From the gun, Murray. Murray has it knocked loose, fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20.
How you like me now?
And he will bring this one back. It's a final return for a 49er touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
San Francisco.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder.
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Hassan Reddick able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
First down.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Murray will give. This is Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And the Raiders get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And sure, you hate the end result being a sack, but my question is, why are you going play action on 3rd and long anyway? No defense is going to respect the run in that situation. They're headed straight for the quarterback.
Gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 37 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defense each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. On 1st and goal, Drake. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It was Cameron Wake who got in there to make the play.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
From the 29, Jackson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And his kick is good.
21, 49ers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 66 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. On any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Murray off play action. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Murray going deep for Hopkins. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
49ers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Jackson will throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. But now it'll be third down.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jackson on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born.
Murray fighting, lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard, where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now Drake. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Murray now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 44 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Open man is born. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. I think you and I were surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
1st down.
Now on 1st down, Drake again. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Fitzgerald holding it in from Murray. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
For the last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald is going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17, 2nd on the all-time receptions list, just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice, and maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
At the Niners' 28-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 28 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Cardinals 42, 49ers 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a completion left side, and they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
At the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On on 1st and 10, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running, it's Drake. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
At their own 14-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk, and now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011. Touchdown! George Kittle, 38 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Cardinals 42, 49ers 28. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this will be caught at the 30.
I'm the best in the game.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, 76 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw in the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. On 2nd down now. It's Drake. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Cardinals, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year.
And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.